Everybody, so I am back at you today with a brand new Star Wars Disney limited edition doll, which is a first. They've done a lot of special edition, but they've never done a limited edition. So this, of course, is the 25th anniversary of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace Queen Amidala doll. She is one of 3,100, so stay tuned. We're going to take a look at her box. We're going to look at her details. I'm going to give you my thoughts, and we'll go from there. All right, so she was part of the May the 4th Be With You, May 4th drop of all these Star Wars merchandise on Shopdisney. It stated at that point she was going to be a pre-order and available for shipping on or after, I think, like 9/2. Well, she showed up yesterday, so who knows? My thought process behind that is if you have May the 4th merchandise dropping, it should be available when you drop it, but it is what it is. They obviously the doll they showed is a prototype. You could see like the paintbrushes strokes actually even on the eyes, plus the only photo of the box was kind of angled, so it looked much narrow than what we actually ended up with. This is pretty much the same size, and I'd get one out, but yeah, I can't. From what I can tell, I'm looking as either the Sanderson Sisters limited edition box or the first February Love Edition Mickey and Minnie box. It's a smaller box. She is only 11 inches. She's not 17. She was $129.99. Now, we'll go ahead and take a look at her box real quick. Then we're going to get this plastic out of the way so that we can take a better look at the doll and its details. And then, you know, the truth bomb. All right, so we do have just kind of a condensed, smaller, squatter, I guess, if you will, version of the limited edition 17-inch doll boxes. You can see there, we've got the window on the top. We've got this really cool design here on the side. On the back, if you do want to pause and read it here, you certainly can. It does say Star Wars Episode 1, Phantom Menace, and then talks a little bit about Queen Amidala herself in a couple of different languages. Like I said, she was $129.99. And the way this box works, I'll show you this here too. She is one of 3,100. And then, of course, the Star Wars. If you lay her down, you can literally just lift off this front cover. And then you can take out the plastic. And then you can take out the doll. Let's get her lifted out here. You can take out the certificate of authenticity. It's sitting there in the back. We're just going to put this back here for now. Put this here. And this is the certificate of authenticity. So you can see here I did get number 580 of 3,100. If you do want to pause and read it, you certainly can. Now to the doll. So we're just going to go over the basics at this point, and then we'll go into my thoughts. So the background, of course, is the Nubian Palace on planet Naboo. You can see there's like a hallway with some marble pillars, marble flooring, of course, all around. She is up on a probably 3/4 inch pedestal to give her a little bit of height in the box. You can see kind of the ornate work there and the doorway behind her. Now, to the doll herself, she is, like I said, on top of this pedestal. She is strapped in. You can see here on the back. I'm not going to debox her because I'm just not. But here we have Queen Amidala, who's portrayed by two people in the movie. She's portrayed by Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley. And this was, I think it was one of Keira Knightley's first movies. Natalie Portman, of course, had been acting since a child. But this, to me, does not look very much like either. Obviously, in this dress, it is Natalie Portman that is portraying the Queen at that point. But I don't see it in the face mold. Anyhow, she does have that iconic hairstyle there. The hair is, I don't know if that piece is separate from the rooted hair, but there is rooted hair. You can actually see the long ponytail portion coming down in the back there. She is, like I said, strapped in pretty well. Her headpiece looks fantastic. I do like it. The gold color is a little off. It's a little kind of mustard yellow almost, but it's not dreadful. I don't mind it. It's just not dreadful. There's a red gem there in the middle, and then the red, you can kind of see there the detailing. See if I can do this here without knocking the camera, and then, of course, make everything go haywire. The eyes on mine, unfortunately, are wonky. One's a little higher up than the other. The screening is not very good, which is a bummer. She has red lips, well, at least the top red lip, and then the signature red stripe in the middle of the bottom lip. And then, of course, the red dots on her face. And then she has the iconic gown that is done very nicely. It was a very simple dress to begin with. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot they can do. I would have added some gem work in the embroidery, but anyways, we of course have the faux fur lined bits and bobs there around the parts that drape down where all of this wonderful embroidery is. Again, this would have been an opportune time for miniature gem work, but we have the ribbing in the sleeves and in the dress itself. The dress itself is not giving much shape because they do have the wires wrapped inside the dress. I can actually feel them. There's one right here and another one up here. And so if she does kind of lose some shape there, I may have to kind of squeeze around in there and see if I can't fix it. The sleeves themselves are 2 parts, or at least there's a cuff coming out of the one, I guess. You can see there. And then there's another underneath. Her hands are gargantuan. Like, I don't know what's going on with these hands, but they are knobby and bony and manly. I don't know what's going on here. She does have white nail polish, so that's a nice detail. I will give them that. This is all very nice fabric. It's not a cheap fabric by any means, at least it doesn't feel cheap. I do like it. Coming down, of course, it does flare out at the bottom like a trumpet, and we have that same faux fur. And then we have these beautiful glowing orbs in the movie were made to basically just be these dreadful plastic little bugs on the dress itself. So, and I mean, they do go all the way around. I will give them that. You can see there's one there. There's another one in the very back. And then there's another one on this side. So they do go all the way around. I will give them that. And so does the fur lining, of course. Yeah, we'll get back to that here. And then, of course, she just has some very simple black boots. Okay, so I didn't like what I said, scratching it, because I just kind of went on a rant. I'm not going to go on a rant, I promise. I love Queen Amidala, so we're going to start there. I had a huge crush, like I said, on Natalie Portman back in the day. My first dolls, and I'll link to that video up here, were Queen Amidala dolls that were made by Hasbro. When we learned of this doll, it was a complete shock. Never thought that would happen. And just kind of, I don't know what my hopes or expectations were, but it wasn't this. Like, I love this dress. This is probably my favorite dress that she's in. And before this, we'd only ever gotten a playline version of it. We never got an actual, like, collector doll of it. So I'm glad to have a collector doll of that. However, this to me is more in line with the special edition Star Wars dolls that we've been getting, not limited edition. She doesn't have rooted eyelashes to start with. There's no reason why she shouldn't. She doesn't. And that is ridiculous. There are no gems in this part. This could have been a ton of gem work in here too. They make teeny tiny little gems, and this is proven by the fact that they've got them scattered at the top of Ariel's dress here. Like, you can see them. They are little. They're on the Snow White dress. They're on they have no excuses. Let's just leave it at that. Even at such a low run, they could have made these a little better. This, to me, is the same quality as pretty much a playline doll. And that for $130 is disappointing. This box does not make it $130. These orbs at the bottom, they could have at least airbrushed a little bit of yellow into them to give them a glowing sense. They didn't. They're just cheap pieces of plastic. This doll, to me, as much as I love Queen Amidala, is not limited edition quality. And that is exceedingly disappointing. It's just like, oh, come on, Disney. Oh, yeah. And I don't like doing videos like this where I'm disappointed. I don't. I want to bring things into my collection that I absolutely love. So when I have high hopes, and then those hopes are just kind of like let down big time, it's a disappointment. It's kind of like just, crap, And especially as much as I love this character, Natalie Portman, Queen Amidala together just is a phenomenal force. And so, no pun intended. Yeah. Do I recommend her? No. Am I glad I have her? Yes, I am. Because I don't think we'll ever get a limited edition Amidala doll ever again. This has been around for 3 months now and it still has not sold out, and I don't know that will until it goes on sale. So if you're going to get her, I would say wait till it's on clearance. I bit the big one and got her right off the bat because I was afraid she'd sell out. Obviously, I was wrong. But again, it is what it is. That's my motto. It's my mantra. It's what I live by. Will I make this same mistake again? Probably. It happens more often than I'd like to admit. You would be surprised about the stuff I've purchased. I was hoping to do a review on it and didn't even bother because I was that disappointed and have returned. I will not be returning Queen Amidala. I love the character too much. I'm too thrilled with the fact that we finally have a limited edition doll to get rid of her. So I will live with my frustrations and enjoy her all the same. Yeah, again, it is what it is. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts down below. What do you think of her? I know a lot of people have said after they've seen in-life pictures, they're canceling their orders. I do have a feeling she will end up in outlets. It's very hard to tell with her, but I do want to know your guys' thoughts, and I apologize. It is thundering. We are, of course, in rainy season down here in Florida, so it is raining and storming every day at 4 o'clock, guaranteed. It is, again, woohoo. But anyhow, yes, like I said, leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear them. This is one where I'm just like, I know it's not going to be good, and it is what it is. Like, yeah. Anyhow. If you have any questions about her or any other item on my channel, my famous tagline, leave those in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I hope you all are having a great day. And I do have more dolls coming, so we will see you real soon.